Hello children, how are you all? Doing good?
Let's discuss the homework first. A. Write whether the following situations are an example of gravitational or frictional force. First one, a boy running on a track. Answer, frictional force. Second, an apple falling off a tree. Gravitational force. Third, a child walking on a rough tile. Frictional force. Fourth, a cricket ball being caught by a fielder. Frictional force. I hope you all have written right answers. B. Give two examples for each of the following. First one, two types of force, gravitational and frictional. Second, two natural sources of energy, solar and wind. Third, two effects of force, move an object, stop a moving object. Fourth, two actions which require you to use energy, walk and run. We have learned about force, its effects and its types, and energy and its types in earlier sessions. Today we will start with work and simple machines. When is work said to be done? When a force applied on an object causes it to move in the direction of the applied force, work is said to be done. If the object does not move by the application of force, no work is said to be done. Work can be easily done by using simple tools called machines. So, what is a machine? Machine is a simple tool that makes our work easier by using less force. Simple machines are tools which make our work easier and faster by using less energy. We use many types of simple machines in our daily life, like inclined plane, screw, wedge, wheel and axle, lever and pulley. These are 6 types of simple machines which we use in our daily life. The basic purpose for which most simple machines are designed is to reduce the effort, that means the force required to perform a simple task. Children, have you ever seen your parents or elders rolling their suitcases on a ramp while traveling? Would you prefer to use a staircase in that case? No, you would not prefer to use staircase because it is the ramp which makes it easier for you to carry your load, isn't it? It is inclined plane. A sloping surface is an inclined plane that makes it easier to move heavy things. If you place a flat board in a slanting position, it works as an inclined plane. Not only do inclined planes make it easier to push objects upwards, they can also help to push objects downward, isn't it? Like ramp, slides, slanted roofs, escalators are some of the examples of inclined planes. Screws and wedges are also types of inclined plane. We will learn about them. Screw. What is a screw? Screw is a simple machine which helps us to attach or join things together. A screw is an inclined plane wrapped around a cylinder. You can see in this picture a screw has a pointed end and thin metallic threads which can drill into an object and hold things together. And we use a screwdriver to open and attach screw. Where else do you find the use of screw in your daily life? In jar lids, in your bottle cap, isn't it? Which of these is easier, cutting a potato with a knife or breaking it with hands? Obviously, cutting it with knife is easier, isn't it? So, today we will learn what is wedge. Wedge is nothing but a simple machine that has at least one slanting surface and ends in a sharp edge. A wedge helps us to cut objects. It makes work easier by increasing the force applied to the object. Examples of wedge are axe and a knife. Now you can see they have a slanting surface and this slanting surface ends in the sharp edge. Now this sharp edge is used for cutting. Wheel and axle. Wheels greatly reduce the friction when an object is moved over a surface. When the wheels are attached to the vehicles with the help of a fixed rod called the axle, this arrangement of wheels and axle help to move heavy things. Where do we find wheel and axle in our daily life? The steering wheel of the automobile, a water wheel, windmill, wheels of a skateboard, merry-go-round, and doorknobs. These are some of the examples. This wheel and axle arrangement helps us in moving heavy things like trucks, cars, and buses easily. Lever. A lever is a rod which helps us to move load by applying less amount of force. A lever has a support point called fulcrum. So what is the fulcrum? It is the point of support on which a lever moves. On one side of the fulcrum there is load and on the other side force is applied. On the basis of location of fulcrum, load and effort, the lever is divided into 3 types. You will learn about this in your higher classes. When we use a spoon to open a can, the handle acts as a lever and the rim of the can acts as fulcrum and the lid which we are opening is the load. Similarly, when we use a pair of scissors to cut something, then fulcrum is in the middle and the effort or the force which we are applying to cut is one side of the lever, and the load or the paper or the cloth you are cutting is the load. There are few more examples of lever like nutcracker, a nail cutter, tongs, fishing rod, a wheelbarrow, etc. Pulley. A pulley is a wheel with a groove along its edge that holds a rope or cable. A rope moves between the grooves of the wheel, and a pulley helps us to pull heavy loads such as a bucket full of water from a well by using less force. When we use a pulley, it makes our work easier. It makes our work of drawing water from the well very easy, and we can draw water by using less force. Similarly, cranes, they are also used to lift heavy objects like heavy cars or many other heavy things, and to make this work easy, cranes also use strong cables and a pulley. We use pulley in many types of exercise equipments in order to function, and we use pulley in hoisting flags also. Let's have a fast recall of what we have learned in this chapter. 1. When we pull or push an object, we apply force. 2. By applying force, we can move an object, stop a moving object, change the direction of a moving object, change the shape of an object, and increase or decrease the speed of a moving object. 3rd, the earth pulls everything towards itself. This force is called gravitational force. 4th, when two things are in contact with each other, a special force called frictional force exists between them. When a force applied on a body causes it to move in the direction of the force, work is said to be done. We need energy to walk, run, lift things, read, write, as well as climb stairs. 7th point, energy exists in many forms like mechanical energy, chemical energy, light energy, sound energy, heat energy, electrical and magnetic energy. Energy can easily convert from one form to another. 9th point, work can be easily done by using simple tools called machines. We use many types of simple machines in our daily life, such as an inclined plane, wheel and axle, lever, pulley, wedge and screw. With this, we come to the end of this chapter. I am sure everything is clear to you. Keep watching all the videos. Keep learning. Bye.